What's up, everybody? It is Red Rat back with you to review that latest pro wrestling news and results. That's Pile Wrestling! Grants City! Back and ready to attack from the Rasslin Rants Control Center in Minnesota! It's Rasslin Rants, baby! Red back with you. It's been a while. Since WrestleMania, as a matter of fact. A good, I would say, over 3 weeks I haven't done a rant. Things have gotten really busy in my life. A lot of stuff been going on. But ready to kick it back into high gear right here at Rasslin Rants. The month of May is going to be back to trying to get a rant a day in. We got those themed rants. Look for that starting on May 1st. We're going to be dropping stuff. Particularly, we're going to be looking back on May 1st at a big weekend coming this weekend in Chicago that I am going to be at. That is Impact Spring Slugfest, Friday, Saturday night. TV tapings for Access TV. It'll be about 4 weeks of television taped at this two-night venue, the Cicero Stadium. MLW's been there before. I believe Ring of Honor has as well. I'm looking forward to it. I've never seen an Impact show in Chicago, so this is going to be a first for me. I thought, since I had such a good time in Vegas at Impact 3 nights in Sam's Town, Las Vegas in February, I thought, why not give this a shot? And particularly with the news that dropped earlier this week about a big surprise for this show, which we're going to talk about in a second. I was all in. So what I ended up doing, once some news started dropping about stuff for this show, I decided to go all in, and I got the platinum tickets from Impact Wrestling. They're front row both nights with some extra added value to them, apparently. I don't know if this is merchandise swag, maybe some meet and greets, things of that nature. But I'm all in for this weekend in Impact Wrestling. So that means a lot of content is going to be dropped right here all weekend in Rasslin Rants from Chicago, from both of these shows. Front row, ringside, dead center right at the ring. You're going to get a really good viewpoint of everything happening from this coming weekend. A lot of interesting matches that have been announced at last minute here. So we can really do a nice, really thorough preview here of everything coming up this weekend. I also might drop some rapid rants after each night from Chicago, just with some general thoughts. And then on Monday, come back here, May 1st, Mega Rant Monday. We are going to have one hell of a Mega Rant from the weekend in Chicago with Impact Wrestling Spring Slugfest from Cicero Stadium. Let's talk about the big news. Major surprise at these tapings, particularly on Friday, has been announced. I would assume this surprise is going to roll into Saturday as well. Impact kept this under wraps for a little while. Earlier in the week, they dropped this nugget of information that there was a major surprise on deck for Friday night's taping. What it ended up being, courtesy of PW Insider and other outlets, dropped a few days ago. Trinity Fatu, formerly known as Naomi, is set to debut for Impact Wrestling. And a bit of a surprise, I have to say. I wonder what was the contract deal on this one. She had been possibly asking for a decent amount of money because New Japan turned down a deal recently to get her in due to some sort of budget concerns, apparently. But she is in. A few other little items of note from this situation with Naomi. Was official. She announced on her Twitter last month that she was out of the WWE contract. We've not seen her work a match since last year around, I think it was maybe May or early June, when the situation happened where Sasha Banks and herself walked out of WWE after some issues with Vince McMahon and creative. And we have not seen her since then in a ring. So this is going to be kind of a big deal. Kind of a big get for Impact Wrestling, and I'm going to be very intrigued to see how they build the Knockouts division around this talent. Trinity Fatu, formerly known as Naomi. Another little bit of information. On March 20th, Trinity Fatu trademarked as successfully the name Trinity Star. So I would imagine that is going to be her name here in Impact Wrestling coming up tomorrow from Chicago. Who knows what they're going to do with her? I would think they're going to pretty quickly move her in to a world title knockouts match with Deonna Purrazzo. I think that would be the direction I would go for sure. Don't waste any time with this. Set it up probably for the next big pay-per-view Slammiversary. Maybe a good spot for it. But this is a pretty big deal for Impact Wrestling. I'm excited. I'm going to be there. Y'all are going to be seeing the first look at Trinity Fatu when she comes into Impact. I'll make sure to drop those videos right when it happens at the show so y'all can see this before it airs next Thursday on Impact TV. There is plenty of other stuff that they have announced for these tapings. Let's get into some of the highlights of matches that they've announced between online on ImpactWrestling.com just in the last day or two. I think it was yesterday, as a matter of fact, these matches were dropped. And then on Impact tonight, they announced a few more matches that will be taped presumably on the Friday taping to air next Thursday. So let's talk about one of the big ones they've already announced here, and that's the Knockouts Tag Championship match with Deonna Purrazzo, Jordynne Grace, kind of forged an alliance at the end of Impact tonight against the Coven. Could see possibly a title switch here. Time will tell, or it might just bridge more tension with a future rematch with Jordynne Grace and Purrazzo. I guess probably happening Under Siege at the end of May. We'll see where they go with it. Another match that they announced only on Impact TV. They did not announce this online yet. PCO and two mystery partners is choosing against Steve Macklin, the Impact champion now, Champagne Singh, and Mahabali Shera. So that's either going to be taped on the Friday or Saturday. I would presume the Friday, since they announced it on Impact tonight that it will be airing next Thursday. If we're talking in order here, the first taping on Friday should be the first couple weeks of Impact Wrestling on TV. Another match that they dropped, Kenny King and Eddie Edwards against the Motor City Machine Guns. All right. I'm intrigued. That might be all right. I'm definitely into the sounds of that. How about this one? I'm all for it. I saw this match also in Vegas. They were just starting this program. Jonathan Gresham and Speedball Mike Bailey. Yes, please. I am all for that. These matches between these two guys have been just getting better and better. The last show, last couple of shows, as a matter of fact, they've really stood out. On the pay-per-view on Rebellion, really just hit a home run there, I thought. These guys are on a fucking roll. I'm looking forward to this match. Another match that they announced, I think, on TV, Jody Threat against Alicia Edwards. So be looking on for that one as well, probably on the Friday taping. We'll talk about it, dropping content from these shows. Get all kinds of information from these tapings. Here's another match that they've announced already. Yuya Uemura, Moose and Brian Myers against Yuya Uemura and Bhupinder Gujjar. Hey, they've been setting it up on TV. It'll probably be all right. One other match that they did announce, which they teased a little bit on Impact TV tonight, which I'm looking forward to, Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. This might be the dark horse match of both tapings. I'm really looking forward to this women's match. I don't get why they do not push Masha Slamovich harder. She's GCW World Champion now. It's time. Let's go. Why not? This might be a good start for it. I'm a big Killer Kelly fan as well. So this is good shit right here. Let's talk about what they've announced for Saturday's show as I flip my page of notes here. Saturday's show, they've announced 5 matches so far online. That includes the following here, if I can get my footing together. Steve Macklin against Rhino. I would presume this will be an Impact World Championship match. Hey, it's all right. This one should be good too. Deonna Purrazzo, Killer Kelly. This could be for the Knockouts Championship. This could maybe be a contenders match the night prior with Killer Kelly and Masha to lead to this match. Maybe. I'm just thinking out loud on that, but should be a good match. Really looking forward to it. Here's a really weird one I do not quite understand the dynamic here. Alex Shelley, Jonathan Gresham, and Yuya Mura against Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Kazarian. Kazarian had an interesting kind of shooty segment on Impact tonight. I don't know if this means that he's kind of going heel or something, but he's on the heel team here with Eddie Edwards and Moose, and there's really no explanation. So we'll see what they do on TV with this to lead to this. But this is set and announced for tomorrow night in a 6-man. Also, here's another one that's going to really be a show stealer. Chris Sabin and fucking Speedball Mike Bailey. Hell yeah. I'm happy with the placement for Mike Bailey on these shows. One night he gets Gresham, the other night he gets Chris Sabin. Alrighty then. Yeah. Also, the last announced match, and this is also going to be something else, folks. X Division Championship, I would presume, on the line. Trey Miguel against Laredo Kid, who's coming back off of that injury. He'd been out for a while. I'm a big Laredo Kid fan. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to both of these nights, quite honestly, being there ringside, front row. It's going to be a fun couple nights of Impact Wrestling. Hope y'all join me right here on this channel as we'll be dropping tons of highlights, stuff before the taping, stuff during the taping, stuff you can't see on TV, stuff you will see on TV, and who knows what else in between. So also to note, Impact will be coming back to Chicago end of July 28th and 29th to be exact, for Chicago Heat, Cesaro Stadium as well, same location as this coming weekend's stuff. So I'll probably be checking out this event as well. And Bound for Glory is also set for this same location in October. So just a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipeline here for Impact this weekend. Spring Slugfest. Join me right here for all tons of rant exclusive content from both tomorrow night and Saturday. Witness the first shot, the first look at Trinity Fatu in Impact Wrestling right here at Rasslin Rants. So come on back tomorrow night where I will be dropping stuff right away. In fact, I may even do a live video from the taping when that big surprise hits and Trinity shows up in an Impact Wrestling ring. I never thought that would happen, but here we are, and there it is. Trinity is coming to Impact this weekend in Chicago, and I will be there. So come on back tomorrow night for all kinds of content from Spring Slugfest, courtesy of Impact Wrestling. See y'all right back here this weekend from Chicago. Rasslin Rants road trip. He's a fat baby. Yeah!